Hey everybody, it is Father David, and this is your weekly parish update. It's the one for October 19th. I know we didn't have one last week. Jet lag is real. In fact, I'll tell you today, I'm recording at 3:30 in the morning. I'm doing my best to get my body back in the gear here. It's been hitting me even the last 2 days. Okay, y'all don't care about that. Anyway, but pray for me. No, I'm so glad to be home though. I prayed for you while I was out in Rome and Assisi and all these places, all these holy places. But I'm so glad to be home. I've missed y'all so very much, and so it's good to be home. With that, just a couple little things for our weekly parish update. Reminder that this Sunday, so you're gonna have a couple hours in a certain sense to see it. We've put it in the bulletin. All those things will be this will be the second talk in regards to prayer. Remember, over the course of the year, there's going to be 8 talks on prayer that I have for the CCE families, but of course they're open to everyone. And so the reality is that if we don't know how to pray, which most of us were never taught, then we're not going to be able to pray well the way that God wants us to, and the way the saints will encourage us to, and the way that basically leads to salvation, because true prayer plus the sacraments is the way that we follow Christ. So come on out. We already had the first one, was kind of a basic overview of a lot of things. Today we're going to talk about the battle of prayer. Just we're kind of prayer's boring. Okay, let's talk about some of those things and just the reality of what prayer, again, still what is, and how we engage in that battle on for us. It will be this Sunday in between the 2 masses, and then again this Sunday night on October 22nd, in case you can't make the one this Sunday. Usually my brain's a little bit more awake in the evening. We'll see with the jet lag, but last time, the Wednesday one, I think, was the better. And it gives us a little bit more time to maybe do some Q&A that's there. But either one, come on out, CC families, a parent or a guardian. Again, you got to come on out to that, because I got to form you and carry it for you, so we can all get to heaven together. Okay, additional things will be a reminder also next week. On the 23rd, it is our civil duty, right, to go to when we're summoned to jury duty to go. So I got summoned, so there won't be morning mass on the 23rd because I need to go to jury duty, and there won't be then solemn exposition on that day. Already the adorers know, but just know that if you're a daily mass goer, that in the morning I want to be here. The office will still be open, and again, people can still come and pray, but I got to be down there by, I think, 9 or something. So additional things would be upcoming faith formation. We have celebrations of All Saints Day. We got activities there. Again, if you're in CC, watch out for those. We got a trunk or treat thing, because the reality is it's we'll talk about this another time. Halloween is our deal. There's not all that pagan background that the secular media always tries to push. They're constantly trying to downplay Catholic things. There's this big anti-Catholic movement, but All Hallows Eve, right, is Halloween. All Hallows. It's really a Catholic thing, right, that was celebrating All Saints Day. And so we need to reclaim that. And so we're going to celebrate All Saints Day with a trunk or treat sort of deal, so we can have festivity on that solemnity that is. So know that. Do know that this year it's not a holy day of obligation, because it's on the Saturday. So know that there will still be, because the first Saturday there'll be the morning mass, and that will be a full-blown solemnity mass. And then the Saturday night mass will be All Saints Day. It does count technically for your obligation for Sunday, but it's a celebration of All Saints. And then the next day, on that Sunday, is actually All Souls. That trumps the ordinary time Sunday Mass. And so know that. Additionally, I'm going to post here relatively soon, either today in just a few moments, or probably earlier in the week, as we continue this series on the Sacred Liturgy and the Holy Mass, some articles for you. Dr. Brant Petrie, wonderful biblical scholar, again, is really one of those ones who has us recognize that if we don't understand the Old Covenant, we're not going to understand the New Covenant. We're not going to understand, if we don't understand what the altar and the importance of it and things like that in the Old Temple, we're not going to understand the altar in the New Temple and the New Covenant. So I got some articles on the Temple for you, and I'm also going to put some books, descriptions of book links to some books in regards to the Holy Eucharist and the Mass in that post as well, just so you guys can keep reading. Most of the ones I'm going to connect to link to are going to be audiobooks. So I'm doing that for a reason, right? Because I recognize you're all so busy. We all are. The devil has, again, worked very hard to make us all super busy and our world just frenetic. We often need a way to more easily digest a thing. I also recognize a lot of people don't read, so I'm giving you audiobooks for that. Because if you can at least digest some while you're driving or things like that, that's great. Just like I tell you, it's better to do like a rosary in the car than it is to do no rosary at all, right? So I want you to do that sort of thing. So just look at that. Also, too, just know, sorry, back to All Saints Day. Sorry, this is very discombobulated, but that I would encourage you, as I just got back from pilgrimage, to go on your own little like mini pilgrimage with your family. My last parish, St. Anthony of Padua, is a parish that is blessed with like a ton of relics. I think they're at like 150, 180, something like that relics right now. They're going to have them all out on All Saints Day. So if you're like, oh, Father David, you were so blessed, and I was, to be able to go on a pilgrimage and be able to touch your rosary to some of these sites like St. Dominic and again St. Peter and all these places, guess what? You have that chance too. Like in the sense that you can go and like bring your rosary to St. Anthony Padua and touch like your rosary to a piece of Mary's veil, to all the 12 apostles, to a piece of the true cross, to, again, so many other relics. So I encourage you, this is like a local place that we can go on pilgrimage. So like on that Saturday, like maybe come to morning mass here and then go over to St. Anthony of Padua and like be there and be there with the relics and then come home for like trunk or treat that night. Like that'd be a great way to spend a solemnity, is again, really like worshiping the Lord with the saints and the angels, and then going and like pilgrimaging to a place where the relics of the saints are, and then coming home and having festivity that day. So, and just encourage you to do that. If you want to learn more about the trunk or treat and how you can participate, I'm sure there's probably something, yes there is, in the bulletin in this back section this week. And same as with the pilgrimage too. So just go with all that. In fact, we got a lot of stuff like back there in regards to things going on in October and November. And of course, there's the Father Mike Schmidt stuff. And so, yeah, take a look at all of that. And I think that's your weekly parish update. I think I got it all. Today too, I'll also just encourage you, like it's October 19th. There are so many like saints and blesseds today. Blessed Jerzy Popalushko, he's like a favorite of mine. We're now going to have today, in fact it's probably already happened with the Pope, was a canonization of 5 other blesseds into saints, basically recognizing because of miracles that they are in heaven. One of them being Saint Bartolo Longo. You've heard of me say it like once or twice. I think probably I've done it more in like daily masses. But if you think you're too far gone, like if you think you're a lost cause, or you think somebody in your life is a lost cause, they're not, right? Saint Bartolo Longo was a Satanist priest who got converted through the rosary. So this is why I tell you to pray your rosary, right? Because God, and he loves to work through his mom, he loves to be glorified through us, and especially his most perfect and humble creature, which was Mary. Like God can do tremendous things. God can make saints out of people that are literally about as far opposite and as far of an enemy as you could possibly be. And so, like, never lose heart. Never lose heart that God is fighting for you, that he loves you, your loved ones who are far away. But again, pray and fast. Pray those rosaries. Really engage in it. There is a battle for prayer on for you. Again, come to that talk because it's real. But God's fighting for us. We're going to hear more about that this Sunday too. So anyway, all that being said, this is your weekly parish update. So glad to be back with you all. Again, so glad. So anyway, I'll see you Sunday, and God bless you. Bye.